As you know very well, that the peace process has two components. A component of reintegration and a component of reconciliation. I think we are making progress, not visible yet, but making progress on reintegration process. That means those Taliban and others which are inside Afghanistan, in the village, Afghanistan, part of them has received a message, and most probably, if well managed and well done, we can succeed and get great result on reintegration. But in reconciliation, as you mentioned, we need the support of the region, especially Pakistan, because the leadership of Taliban are not sitting in Afghanistan. So we are engaging Pakistan, as you know, in this matter. That is the reason that the High Council of Peace made a trip to Pakistan, headed by Professor Rabbani. We also agreed to create a commission headed by two foreign ministers to follow up on the cooperation with Pakistan in the peace process. It's very difficult to say which kind of result is going to get, but anyhow we see at the moment certain disponibility from Pakistan to work on that, and we'll do our best to convince them to join the peace process.
Probably have time for two more.
Yes.
One international, and then we'll come back to another.
Thank you. Ana Pizolero from the Spanish news agency Europa Press.
Yeah.
My question is, late March, we announced 8 cities and provinces where transition would start. There needs to be minimum conditions for security development, certain high standards to complete the transition process. Out of all these first 8 cities and provinces, seven, which ones do you think will be quicker ready for complete transition? I don't know if maybe at that. And if the latest terrible incidents that we've all seen in Mazar-e-Sharif have an impact in this process, particularly in Mazar-e-Sharif, because this is one of the cities that is also due to start for transition.
First, all the 7 cities and provinces this year to start together in the same manner. So it's not something before, something after, all together and all completely, number one. Number two, the event in Mazar-e-Sharif will not have any impact of transition of security for Mazar-e-Sharif.
Let me just add a point to that last point that the Minister made. It's important to remember that the Afghan security forces have always borne and indeed exercised the responsibility for public order. That has never been a function of the international forces. Now, of course, we provide some support and training in terms of policing demonstrations and riot control. The Afghan Civil Order Police, National Civil Order Police have that responsibility. But this is not a transition matter. And the Afghans themselves are carrying out an investigation into the events in Mazar-e-Sharif to see what lessons need to be learned and then applied elsewhere. And of course we'll provide what support we can, as I think will others, who provide training and support to the civilian policing function within Afghanistan. But it is important to remember this is already an Afghan responsibility and one that they have always exercised. Last question.
I will put my question in English, but I want to congratulate the Afghan service. And Mr. Minister, if you can answer in very own person. I have a question to you. First, the question is that we are happy that today that we heard the news that NATO also support Afghan from Afghan 2015. At the same time, some days ago, the President announced the presence of U.S. bases in the future of Afghanistan, permanent bases. Is this sometimes also support of Afghanistan to not concern the Afghans, neighbors countries, especially Iran and Pakistan, and they will not help this peace process in Afghanistan because of this concern?
Please. کاری که اطلاع داریم ما با یک مذاکره با آمریکا هستیم فعلا راجع به رابطه استراتژیک ما بین دو کشور. چند نکته که شما گفتین. اولی که به هر تصمیمی که با ایالات متحده آمریکا نسبت رابطه استراتژیک برسیم در جرگه خواهد رفت. این در تصمیم تنها حکومت گرفتن نمیتونه. شرایط میگیم جوابایش نمیتونه جرگه افغانستان قبول کرد و قابل امضا خواهد بود. دو، در تمام صحبت‌هایی که شده چه از طرف افغانستان و چه از طرف ایالات متحده آمریکا این واضح شده که رابطه استراتژیک با آمریکا و ناتو برای نگاه کردن از صلح و امنیت در افغانستان است و این به ضد کدام کشور دیگر قابل استفاده نیست. این همه گفتن و خود دکلریشن هم که امروز ناتو داد است که رابطه استراتژیک افغانستان و ناتو به ضد یک کشور که منطقه استعمال نخواهد شد و برای ساخته نشده. همینطور با ایالات متحده آمریکا و در پالوی ازی ما به همسایه ها و کشورهای منطقه با تماس هستیم که همین مفهوم به اونا بفهمانیم که این رابطه برای دراز مدت دائمی نیست، هیچ جای بیز دائمی نیست، به خود کشورهایشان دائمی نیست، جاش تغییر میکنه یا از بین میره، که این رابطه برای ازیست که صلح و ثبات، یعنی اصلا خود رابطه استراتژیک که افغانستان مطرح کرده برای ازیست که صلح و ثبات در افغانستان بره، نه یک تنش دیگر در منطقه خلق کنه.
Do you mind just summarizing?
Yes. The question was that, sorry, the question